Welcome to lesson 6. In this lesson, we are going to be covering how to set up a trading session. So everything that you need to have on your screens and everything that you need to be doing before you're taking trades in order to prepare yourself on the organizational side for a trading session. All right, so now we need to talk about how to set up a trading session and actually be able to facilitate trades, make watch lists, be organized, and actually implement what we're learning onto a chart. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to create a watch list and have a watch list position somewhere on our charts. So I have mine over all the way on this side. Over here, it's kind of out of frame, but I'll turn my camera a little bit. We can see the watch list is right over there. So we have our watch list outside of our charts. We have our charts set up. Then over here on this laptop right here, I'm going to move my thing again. I have my chart of the overall market set up over here. That's usually for day trading more so, but in this case of cryptocurrency, I would say Bitcoin is sort of the overall encompassing trajectory of the market. So I would recommend having Bitcoin over on the side, showing you the overall perspective and trajectory of the market for that day. We also want to go over here, and obviously I'm recording a video right now, but you want to go over here and have some sort of news information set up over here. So I like to use CoinDesk over here. CoinDesk is going to give you news. So if you just click on latest news over here on CoinDesk, you can actually have news up over here. And I know my computer's in the way a little bit. This is for when I'm shooting videos, but you can be reading about overall news to do with cryptocurrency. You can be seeing top gainers. You can watch Ethereum price over here and Bitcoin price over here. So this kind of gives you the overall perspective of what cryptocurrencies are doing. Then what I like to do is I like to open up my trading journal on the side. So as soon as I take a trade, I can also input it over here immediately and be able to analyze my performance. And I know most of you are probably going to be using TradingView, so you'll have the position size calculator already integrated into the broker. But in case you don't, I always have a position size calculator I actually use for stock trading over here that can show you based on where your stop loss and your profit target is, how many shares you need to take. So I'll go over how to use that when we get to the tools section of this. But essentially, when you're setting up to trade cryptocurrency, this is what I like to have. I like to have the overall perspective right here. I have my watch list of all of the things I'm watching that I've already drawn drawings on that I'm watching for prospects and trades. I have my charts right here. I have my log right here, so I can keep in perspective, okay, these are the trades I've took. This is the way things are looking. These are my tendencies, how to make sure that I'm staying on top of it. I have my position size calculator over here if I need it, along with my news on CoinDesk, staying up to date. If there's any breaking news headlines, I can watch Bitcoin prices, Ethereum, and then any other ones that you need to look at over there. Over here, you can have maybe some news going, or you can have, maybe that's just a way that you can surf the web. But this is the way I like to lay everything out and create a process for me to be able to take trades. So if I'm going to basically be finishing up my day trading session before I start crypto trading, what I do is I open my charts, I update any sort of trade prospects that I have. So if I'm basically looking at a trade that I have set up, if I need to move things around or reposition stop losses, or something barely gets to a level and turns around and I need to erase it, take it off the watch list, make those adjustments first. And then basically you're going to be sitting there waiting for things to happen. What you can do, and this is something that I do all the time, is I just take horizontal line tools right here and I click one right here. So for example, let's say we're waiting for the price to come up and hit this top trend line over here. We can right click on here on this horizontal trend line, and we can hit add alert to horizontal trend line. That way, if you hit add alert, you can send alerts right to you, so you don't have to sit there and watch it all for the whole entire session. So you can set things up, set alerts, and just kind of tweak your positions as you go. So you kind of have to nurture it and stay with it. But as far as taking trades and things, that's how you want to set everything up. This is how I would recommend you to set up a proper trading session. You want to have your overall perspective, watch list chart, organizational tools, looking at your trades, news over here, and then searching the web over here. Maybe even have your Discord pulled up over here with the community chat in there. But this is how I like to set up my sessions, keep everything organized, and stay in control of my command center. Because when you're trading, this is your command center right here. So just to kind of cover all of the things we just talked about, we want to create a watch list anytime. We have the most active time to trade is at 11, which is typically why I'm sitting there right after my trading session watching to see if my trades are going to hit. I have my drawings already set up on my watch list. I set alerts near the zones of where my trades could start happening. I have trade parameters set up there before the alert with position boxes already set up. Constantly be updating those. When alert is received, adjust the box to exactly where you'll be entering, take the trades, and then do the same process of organizing and logging as we talked about with the trade. So yeah, that's how you basically set up for a crypto session.